Good evening. I know the frequency is not in use because I don't hear anybody on except from me. This is K4PW net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. Yep, it's time. And we're going to be looking for check-ins in a minute. We're on net number 1,163. If there's any emergency traffic, just call 911 first. If you can't do that, tell us and we'll do it for you, and just tell us where you are and what the issue is. Like you need how many pints of blood, that kind of stuff. How much sutures you need. For information on the net, you can go to YouTube right now. You can see the screen on my radio, and you can also listen to stations you might not otherwise hear, which is kind of nice because if you're on Far East, not the Far East, but the Far East here, you're relative to Mount Juliet, trying to listen to somebody on the Far West or vice versa, or north to south, and you want to be able to hear the other party. Anyway, you can also go to go to groups.io, and you can sign up for our email and system, reminder system, as well as a nice place to sell equipment, ask technical questions, etc. Just put MJSS, that's Micah Juliet Sierra Sierra, into the search block on groups.io. Or you can send me an email at K4PEW at ARRL.net. Almost messed that up. We're conducting the net tonight on 146.415 FM Simplex, which you already know since you're here. We're going to be moving over to upper sideband on 70 centimeters. Yeah, 2 meters, I'm sorry. Can't even keep it straight. 144.240, 144.240, and then over to 6 meters, which I expect to get 3 or 4, 50.135, and then over to 223.415 on 220 band. We're the only ones on that band, I think. I don't hear anybody on it. Of course, I don't scan the band. I just keep it on this frequency. Do we have, let's see, what we want to do first. We want to, are there any announcements besides the Sunday night net, which is on, it's at 8 o'clock. It starts at 28.415, upper sideband, and then he moves over to FM on 10 meters, and then over to C4 FM on 10 meters. Only tri-mode in the galaxy, I think. I'm not sure about that. Does anybody have any other announcements besides that one?
Santa-net.
The Santa-net. I think it's on Christmas Eve here, right on this frequency. You're on 446, 415. So don't forget to tune in there and make sure to check in. Just give Santa a chuckle. Check in with an alias. You can check in as something different, as a new reindeer. No, do check in, please. It'd be helpful. It keeps the ball rolling, and it keeps the interest for those that are listening other than you. So check in. Just like you check in here, it's going to be on the same frequency. So, and of course, it's going to be simulcast on YouTube on this same channel, I guess you call it. Any other check-ins? Any other announcements? All righty. I'm just wondering when it's going to snow, and it's not. It's been too warm. Although I do have a lawn covered with leaves. We had a good breakfast this morning too. That was another announcement. There were 6 of us there. Tony brought in a book report, which was a really good one. It was just pictures and notes about a trip to, very nicely done, by the way, of his trip to up towards and in Niagara Falls, Ontario. And it's really nice pictures, nice everything. Anyway, who else is? Of course, I think he has those pictures up on YouTube, but on the Facebook, but I haven't seen him yet. You can catch him. You know his name. All right, we're going to start with from the north, but first we're going to take first-time check-ins, mobile or short on time.
WA4 TTS.
WA4 TTS, you say?
The Whiskey Alpha 4 Tango Sierra.
Okay, forgive me, but I forgot who that is.
It's Jude. It's probably second or third time check-in. I'm mobile currently headed towards Tracy City.
Oh, great. I just, it's just funny. I was just talking about the only other person I've known, and I don't really know you other than to talk to, whose name was Jude. So it's kind of cool. How are you doing tonight, Jude?
Doing pretty good. Headed out of town now. So recently moved from Nolensville area to Mount Juliet. So I'll be checking in more often. And headed now to my tiny house in Tracy City. Had to do some stuff in town, so I was there last night, and I'm headed back there this evening.
Ah, very good. You got a big signal tonight, so you must be pretty close.
Yeah, I'm on John Hager right now, so I'm kind of just started my journey towards Tracy City. So.
Fantastic. All right, Jude, anything else for the net? Glad to have you in there.
No, that's it. 967-3. I appreciate it.
All right, very good. That was Jude. He's soon to be living here in Mount Juliet. It's Whiskey Alpha 4 Tango, Tango Sierra. Who else is next? Short on time, mobile or first time checking? All right, that was quick. All right, we're going to be starting from the north, so please come now. No idea what that was. Somebody got a copy on that for me? Try it one more time, please, from the north. I got nothing. Nothing from the north? My antenna on?
KD4 Joanne.
Wow. Did you hear that check-in? It wasn't there? Danny? Yo, Danny.
Hello.
No, I hear you just fine. Did you hear somebody trying to check in, or was that just somebody goofing around?
I was trying to check in. I didn't realize you was done with the short timers.
Yeah, the short timers. Sounds like a TV show. How are you doing tonight, Danny?
All right. Like I was telling Mike, I don't have a 220 or 10 meters or 6 meters hooked up right now. I'm in the process of moving everything.
Man, we're going to be so lonely, man.
I know it.
Yeah, I was going to ask you something else. Oh, yeah, I couldn't even hear you on C4 FM tonight. Were you doing anything different?
No.
Couldn't hear a word. I heard Michael check you in, but I couldn't copy any of it.
Oh, okay. You were about a S9 or S8, but Michael was full scale though.
Yeah, we must have some difficulties between us. Although we do good on 2 meters, I mean, just on that on the other mode, just didn't seem to hold up well. Anyway, anything else for that, Danny?
No, that's it.
All right, very good. That's Danny in Station Camp, Kilo Delta 4 Golf, Oscar November. Anybody else north?
84 VUW.
All right, there was a couple in there, but VUW Carlin 1. What's up, Carlin?
Okay, Danny, try your THF6 on 220. You know, see if he can hear you on that when you get a chance. Seeing you ain't got your ground plane up. Oh, okay. I'm doing okay. Back to you, Paul. I'm doing okay. And you were talking about snow. I haven't heard nothing about snow. I heard it's going to kind of cool off on Thanksgiving Day, though.
Well, that's what they say. I've been in the mode most of my life, well, at least most of my adult life, that I pay attention to the weather unless I think something bad's happening.
I don't know. Frankly, if it stayed like this clear on through spring, I'd be tickled to death.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be too bad. It'd be a lot more moderate to struggle through instead of freezing. But it doesn't. I'm not bothered by it. I just, in fact, it's bad here just because I got getting up and down my driveway when it gets icy is not a good idea.
Oh yeah, I here about midday. I heard a lawnmower running, and I looked out. Next door neighbor's yard got mowed, and the one across the road got mowed. I was like, well.
Well, I generally mow my leaves to mulch them all up and get them out of the yard.
Yeah, I need to. I've got my whole backyard covered up right now in pecan leaves off the pecan tree, and they've kind of swung around the north end side of the house, and there's some of them out in the front yard. Mostly in the front yard are maple leaves. And I basically need to mulch those leaves up. I mowed the yard right before we had that hard freeze here about a week ago and stuff, so I ain't got to really worry about the grass. The only thing that's popping up out there is some old wild onions. And that's all I could smell when I went out to check the mail this afternoon where he had mowed it next door and stuff. I thought, smells like wild onion.
Yeah, that's right. Those onions. It's the first time somebody mentioned that to me. He goes, yeah, I got it this afternoon. I got to go mow my onions.
Yeah, and they're springing up all over the place. But the grass, it's dormant. Just, so. And, no. other than that, I was planning on watching the weather and the news tonight, but they're on their football addiction on all three of the local networks. I mean, it's still going strong. So I thought, well, I wonder if we'll even be news at 10 o'clock, you know.
Yeah, I gotcha. I don't watch football anymore, so I don't miss it because I hardly watch any TV anymore.
I don't watch I've never watched football. I'm not a football person. You know, I know people enjoy it and stuff, but I don't know. But there was a number of good movies on. I think that Demolition Man's going right now over on Bounce on 5.3, and they got a good movie up there on Singuli up there. Got Eric Fleming in it, and it's a western about a vampire. I was sitting there looking at that, just thinking how kind of funny that was. You know, I mean, they must have really been hurting for some revenue back in when they made that movie.
Oh, again, they make a lot of money on some movies, more than you might imagine. But otherwise, we wouldn't get so many movies produced, you know.
Oh yeah, I understand the money situation, how they make it on the movies and stuff. But I was thinking, you know, well, what are we going to do a movie about now? Okay, how about a Western Dracula? Oh, well, okay, all right. Yeah, why haven't they done something with Captain Kangaroo, Draculaized Captain Kangaroo? That would be a real interesting movie.
Yeah, I'm with you. I got to run on. Carlin, is there anything else you got for the net?
No, yes, not. I wouldn't, like Danny said a minute ago, I wasn't too sure if he was still taking short times or not. You just, all of a sudden I heard you say north, and I thought, well, maybe he's doing the rotation on the short timers, so I don't know. Anyway, hello, everybody. Goodbye, everybody. Have a good time, and hope you're doing okay, too, Paul and Michael and everybody else. So, anyway, with that done, KD4VW turns it back over to Net Control.
Yep, that's Carlin in Bethpage, Angeltown area, Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey. Who else is north?
Yeah, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo.
Got two in there, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo, and Richard got in there first, KI4SIB. You doing all right, Richard?
I'm doing fine. I just want to do a short timer and get out of your way. Check in SOR if you would, please, sir, and y'all have a great rest of the weekend, and hope everything goes well next week. Talk to you when I can. I'll get out of your way. 7-3 there, everybody. KI4SIB back at you. Have a good night.
Yeah, very good. That was Richard and his bride, Stephanie, KI4SIB and KI4SOR in the Lebanon general area. What's up with you, Greg?
Nothing new. Trying to think here. I'm thinking.
What did you, how come you didn't check in on the C4FM?
Like I said, I haven't had that in forever.
Oh, you still don't have that radio fixed?
I did just send it off, so we'll know something in a month or so.
Okay, I had forgotten. I didn't know if you had gotten it back. I didn't know if you sent it out, but it's hard to do C4FM without the radio.
Yeah, I was in no hurry, but I finally did it. I got it sent out, I guess, 3 days ago. So what's it taking, 6 weeks or so, generally?
I'd say at most 4 from my experience.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, we'll get there. Very good. They had 8 check-ins on C4FM, so they didn't do too bad without you.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's not bad at all. Anything good for the net?
Yeah, get it, I'll catch on the next.
Very good. That was Greg, K84CVE. He's in Hendersonville. Who else is north? Getting that same burst of nothing. Can anybody copy in that?
KA3CPT.
Okay, I hear Brian is on a relay, but I didn't have any copy on him. He must be mobile.
He's 5 watts portable.
Well, 5 watts. Yeah, it's hard to get out there from, if you're mobile, 5 watts portable. What, you lose your radio too, your big radio? Or are you out in the yard doing sewer work again?
No, he didn't want to sit in the car.
Ah, gosh. Anyway, that was Brian. Kilo Alpha 3, Charlie Tango Papa. Appreciate you checking in, even if it's on low power. I couldn't copy. I heard maybe a word, but didn't know it was you. Appreciate the relay there, Greg. That was Brian, K3CTB. Who else is in Hendersonville, by the way? Who else is the north?
November 8th, November Hotel Tango.
Man, what do you use, like a 500 watts there, Hayes?
I think it's 10.
No, it's unbelievable how strong that signal is to my headphones, particularly because I wear headphones. I need a attenuator. As soon as you come on, it turns down.
Right, well, there isn't too much but a lake in between us.
Oh, I know. But you're stronger than most, though. I'm not sure what the reason is, because Greg is just across the lake as well, and he's not as strong. At least the audio isn't as powerful, I'll call it.
Yeah, that's weird. I'm just on I'm on an ICOM 290A. It's an old thing, and a Slim Jim Attic antenna.
Well, from what again, I'm not going to pretend to know what it means, but when I see you transmit on the screen, it tends to be a wider. It fills up more of the screen, that signal. So it's as if it's a little wider than others. It's wider than the normal ones I see. It's still within, I think, the 15 kilohertz, but I don't know. It looks huge.
Yeah, I got this one, and I got the Yaesu FTM 3100. I don't know if there's a difference depending on which radio I use, but this one has sideband, and the other one doesn't.
Yeah, we'll have to check and see why. Is that one a tube radio, or is that a regular hybrid?
It's solid state, but it's one of the old. It's got a digital display, one of the old red. I think this radio's from the 80s, I believe.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. I don't think I've seen one. I haven't seen one of those recently, for sure. Well, it works good though. You got a great signal.
Yeah, I got it a couple of years ago at the Lebanon Ham Fest. You were there too, and I was looking at it earlier, and then at the end, I'm like, you know what? I just got to have it. And the guy showed me it works, so I'm like, yep, now I can do sideband. I still never have tried CW on 2 meters, but when I find someone who wants to do it, I'll give that a try too.
Oh, I'll mention it to Wes. He loves to do that.
I'm game.
All right, I'll do that. Anything else for the net there, Hayes?
I don't think so. I'm getting ready to. We're going up to Ohio Monday. I'm taking the kids. We're going to be up there for a week. I got a week off, so Thanksgiving with my brother. Maybe we'll do a little fishing and see some folks, and who knows what we'll do. But anyway, K4PW. This is N8NHT. I'll let you get back to that, buddy.
Yeah, just make sure it's a lot of fishing and a little bit of drinking, and not vice versa.
Well, his wife is known to make some pretty good old fashions, so I'm sure we'll be partaking in that.
All right. Well, again, all things in moderation. That was Hayes, November 8, November Hotel Tango. He's in Hendersonville. Who else is north? Over to the west.
November 4, Delta Juliet Tango.
Hey, Don. You come in and get it good again, but not as good as the other night.
Yeah, it's conditions. It is. This will be changing in a couple months when I get these values in here.
Yeah, you're just noisy now. Your signal, I think, is just about as good, but it's just noisier. The other day, it was just clean as anything. So when you're putting up the beam?
Well, funny thing happened while I was cleaning out my shack and storage zones in the house. Discovered I had a full set of the big M2 LEO cross-polarized Yagis I had bought before I got sick and forgot about.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that. That's awesome. I can't wait to hear them.
So, yeah, between the Golf Alphas I have and the M2s, I'm going to get them all built and set them up in the garage, put the VNA on them and my metering, and run a signal gen through them and see which one performs better, and then I'll mount them on a tower.
Cool. So you're now 100% prepared for Thanksgiving week, right?
I am 100% ready to go. I have one stop to make tomorrow for our grocery stuff, just the perishable stuff, but turkey and ham's already thawing. I've got the house cleaned, ready to go, and I'll have 20 people here on Thursday. A lot of cooking to do this week.
Oh, boy, that's a lot of toilets flushing.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm the last of the Mohicans when it comes to doing the old school Thanksgiving in my family. And so I have some out-of-towners coming in because the Joneses were follow my mom's cooking, and I use all her recipes. So I got a crowd coming.
Yeah, well, I hope it goes well for you. I doubt you're one of those families that gets into political fistfights at Thanksgiving.
Oh, we do. Sometimes. It's no big deal. It's how we've always been. I can talk smack about my brothers and sisters, but anybody else, I'm going to kick their butt.
Well, that's always that way, isn't it?
That's the saying. You grow up in Philly, if you fought one of us, you had to fight all of us, and it was never a good option for the person on the receiving end.
That's funny. You got anything else with the net done? Sound great.
Nah, brother. And hopefully my noise went down. For some reason, I have these fans in my shack here that normally sucks the hot air out because with all the computers and radios and electronic stuff I get going, this house, part of the house gets really warm. So it's usually on exhaust. I had some hot flashes today. Welcome to menopause. And I had them on intake, sucking cold air in. And for some reason, when I switched them to intake instead of exhaust, people can hear them.
Oh, wow. Well, very good. Nothing else?
Nah, brother, appreciate what you do. Enjoy your weekend. And for DJT, thank you all.
I'll do that. That was Don. He's in Bon Aqua, November 4, Delta Juliet Tango. Who else is West?
KG4 LV.
Oh, Mr. No 6 meters Jack. What's up?
Yeah, I'm trying to wean myself off 6 meters.
Well, we just need to get you a 50-foot tower or something and a vertical.
Oh, yeah, my neighbors would love that.
Well, you don't have any restrictions other than them, do you?
No, but I am pretty close to the airport. Sometimes those planes come right over the top. I think they're going to take the roof off.
Wait till the day they dump fuel on you.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I don't know if they ever do it that close, though. I know they do it. I just don't. Also, I noticed something. I don't know if you heard this. Somebody on the net, tell me if this sounds good. I told them that I could see fuel because a lot of planes come right over my house. Not always directly over, but a lot of times they're over the house. I don't know whether they're taking off or leaving or coming in to the airport because the airport is 6 or 7 miles east, maybe 10 miles east. And anyway, but I noticed oil spots in the pond. I go, I didn't put them there. I haven't changed any oil over there. And then somebody said, well, it's probably those planes. It's when the planes are coming in on lower power, they're running less efficient, so they spew out more droplets of oil.
Probably hydraulic fuel.
It's either hydraulic or it's jet fuel. It's making it through the engine. I don't know. I just thought it was good. But if somebody else had any experience with that.
Wow. Well, anyway, thanks for doing that. It was good to see the people at the breakfast this morning, and hope you feel better, Michael.
Yeah, he's over sitting on the pot right now. That was Jack, Kilo Golf 4, India, Lima, Victor. Yeah, we did have a nice breakfast. There were 6 of us in there this morning. Wish there were more, but they're missing all the fun. Who else is, that was Jack and Donaldson, by the way. Who else is West?
KC4, TNQ.
And Big Signal, Charles, how you doing?
I'm doing just fantastic, man. Everything's rocking on fall break or Thanksgiving break, whatever you want to call it. So everything's good.
Is your exercise program working out for you?
Well, I had to kind of change up. I'm having to ride the stationary bicycle because apparently I was walking so much I started getting tendonitis in the outside of my foot. So I'm having to do something different.
Yeah, I've been there, done that. When you get older, other things start to bother you when you try to be a little bit exercising,
Yeah, especially when you hadn't done any. And the last I walked was right after the COVID thing, and that was when I was walking a lot then too. But I'm kind of had to reevaluate my exercise program.
Well, I know the stationary bike would be good, and so would. There's very little stress on the feet if you have one of those rowing machines.
Yeah, I don't have one of them. I have what they call a recumbent stationary bicycle where you kind of sit back, and I think it's supposed to exercise your stomach a little more, but I got that, and I use it, and think about getting me some hiking boots. Maybe that will help support my ankle more and keep my foot from hurting.
I don't know. Did the doctor say anything about it, or did you talk to him about it?
And I'm not going to go to the doctor unless I'm definitely sick.
Well, I know they do offer some of those, I don't know what to call them, expandable, that you put on like a joint, or you put on your elbow, or you put on your knee. In this case, you put it on your ankle. I know they make some of those.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about there. I mean, I've worn those boot things, but I wouldn't be walking around with one of those things on.
No. The elastic, it's a very tight elastic that they just put over your ankle for giving you extra support. You know, it'd be like putting on, like medical tape. You know, tighten it up.
Well, it's the tendon that's going to the outside of my right foot that's hurting, and they say you get tendonitis because it's trying to support your ankle, and I'm thinking that maybe I'm maybe twisting my ankle a little more than I think I am, and so it's got like tendonitis in it. So I'm just trying to rest it and do different stuff.
Oh boy, I wouldn't know how to fix that. I didn't finish my doctorate in foot stuff.
Yeah, I know. Like you say, the older you get, the more troubles you have.
I know it. I never thought I'd be groaning when I get out of the car.
Yeah, makes me mad every day.
Well, very good, Charles. Anything else for the net?
No, thanks for picking me up. I'm glad my radio's still working. I know I hadn't been on the net for a couple, 2, 3, 4 weeks, however many it's been, but been busy doing other things. But y'all have a good evening. KC410Q.
Yeah, very good. Well, there's no demerits for not showing up. Family comes first. That was Charles, Kilo Charlie 4 Tango, November, Quebec. Who else west? Nobody else west? How about south?
K4KQ.
Hello, Tony. The weather holding up down there?
As far as I know.
Yeah, I hope so. That's funny. There's two calls that both have Q at the end. It's unique. Yeah, your book really was nice. And the XYL didn't take kindly to the editorial content?
No.
Oh, well, that's no big thing. It's better to catch it before you show it to the whole world,
Well, I made sure to let her know that it was you that pointed it out, not me.
Oh, you knew it was there, but you just let me do it?
I'm not going anywhere. Anyway, but yeah, everybody check into the Santa Net on Christmas Eve at 7 o'clock, please. I get lonely.
Oh, yeah, no. You noticed you heard what I said, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, very good. We'll see how it works out. I'll check in 4 or 5 times with an alias.
Okay. Check in as a woman.
I don't know. I'd have a hard time doing that, I think.
Okay.
Besides, I couldn't be on video.
Could be.
Anyway, anything else for that, Tony?
No, that's it.
Very good. That is Tony, KF4KFQ, and he's in Smyrna. He's the one who does the Santa Net. This will be the 25th year, quarter century, which is quite a task, really, for him doing it 25 years. And it's not the same event every year, so he changes up with the text and the entertainment. Who else is south? Got you in there, Larry. A little rough copy, but I got a good copy. Everything going all right? Very good. That was Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. He's holding down the Rockville sector. He also does the D-Star Net at 7:15 every Saturday night at 7:15 on 146.460 Simplex D-Star. Who else is south?
Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee.
You must have turned your beam there, Jimmy. Say again? No, because you're really scratchy, and you're usually not this scratchy.
Okay, I may not be pointing exactly, but I'm that should be helpful.
No, you're okay. I was just mentioning. I didn't know if you had something going on, or your antenna was falling down, or whatever. Everything else going good for you? How is your Jarhead Net going?
Oh, it's not my Jarhead Net, but it's going pretty well. We had I take usually the early bird session. We had 11 for the early bird session, so that's quite large, and a little bit more than that for the regular net. So it's been doing good for I don't know, years. I think
forget when it first came about. I think it was sometimes in the 70s, someplace like that. But yeah, doing good.
Yeah. Well, true jarheads, they do the net at 5 a.m.
Well, we have to deal with the East Coast.
What time does it start though when you guys do that net?
For us, it's 7. The early bird is 7:30 for the big show.
Cool. Yeah, that's good. It's all good. I've been involved in a Navy net, but not in a long time.
Oh yeah, it's fun. It's a good time. No problem there.
Good enough. That's Jim. Oh, you have anything else for the net, do you, Jim?
No, sir. Thank you, Larry, for doing the D-Star. We had, what did we have today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 5.
Oh, there was 5. Good. Very good. I must have missed one on what you gave me. Let's see. It was me, Jack, Larry, you. That's 4. Who's the 5th?
I miscounted. We only have 4.
Okay. Not much. Well, it is 25% difference, but no, it's good. I just wish there were more. I can't believe nobody has Simplex on D-Star, or at least very few people do. They know how to do that, or don't want to do it because all they have is handheld. All right, that was Jimmy KE4TYJ, and he's in. I did it again. I always want to block out that name in my head. He's in Watertown. No, he's in. Man, give it to me again. I went blank.
Woodbury.
Yes, that's funny. I haven't had that brain freeze there in a long time. That's Woodbury. And good signal out of Woodbury, of course. He's got a nice beam pointed in this direction. Who else is south? Or east? Did we already cover east? No, we didn't go in east. East.
KM4YRF.
KM4YRF. Okay. You wearing a lot of shoe leather running over to the head, are you?
Yeah.
I had a situation like that some years ago, probably 2007 or 8, and I had to stay home from work, and I bet you I lost 8 pounds in 2 days.
Well, I tell you, it's been a rough day for me.
Oh, no, that's like I said, it's always rough because it's you can't get more than about 5 steps away from the facilities.
Well, I really debated on whether I should try to come or not, and then all at once it was obvious that I didn't need to go.
Well, we could have moved the table, moved our group over right there next to the toilet facilities over there on the other end.
Oh yeah, next to the salad and the chili.
I think I'm the only one who eats that chili, you know that?
It's probably the same chili that we started out with.
Yeah, I just noticed it goes down a little bit every week.
I'm just playing. I'm sure it's fresh every day.
I don't know about that.
I just can't believe they don't have any COVID oatmeal.
They still don't have any COVID oatmeal?
No, but they do have grits.
What is it, COVID grits?
Yeah, they've got cheese grits and COVID grits.
I stopped eating any grits. I try to. I just don't want to put more carbs into my body. I make a mess of myself when I do that.
I hear that. All right, I don't have anything else, Paul. Thank you for doing what you do, and I'll say back to net control. KM4YRF.
Yeah, it was Michael here in Mount Juliet, KM4YRF. Just as an aside to that, because I want to keep my weight where it is, I feel like I'm doing a Weight Watchers convention at my house. The night before the net, I don't eat dinner. And the day of not the net, but the breakfast. And the day of the breakfast, I normally don't eat lunch anyway. But because I never eat breakfast anyway, I said I have a glass of milk. But then at night, I have a very tiny, like I had French onion soup and a piece of toast for dinner tonight. So that's how I try to keep my carbs to a minimum. And it keeps my weight hopefully where it's supposed to be. Anyway, who else is south or east? Is that KM4HQ? Because I think there was a double in there. Was that you, Stan, KM4HQE?
Roger.
Yeah, very good. I don't know whoever was doubling. Hang on for a sec. Anything good going on in your sector there, Stan?
No, same old, Paul. How about you?
Yeah, pretty much the same old, except I have 6 dogs to deal with, and you have what, 1 now?
Yeah, we just have one now.
Yeah, well, sometimes I think I'd like 1, but somehow I get a kick out of all 6 of our dogs, usually.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting another one. Wouldn't mind having another corgi.
You say another corgi?
Yes.
I'm guessing they act somewhat like the dachshunds, don't they?
Yeah, sort of. They're corgis are herding dogs, and they're a little bit different.
Well, I'm just guessing because I always thought the corgis were kind of happy-go-lucky like the dachshunds are.
Yeah, they are.
Well, they're good pets, I take it.
Yeah, I really liked the one I had. That was like 40 years ago, though.
Oh, is that right? Wow. Yeah, I've never thought about getting a corgi. I thought about getting another dachshund, though, because this one's nice. Sweet dog. Greatest. One of the best dogs I've ever had, really. And just friendly and nice and loving and real appreciative. Still doesn't behave, but that's beside the point. Anything else for the net, Stan?
No, that's all, Paul. Back to net. KM4HQE.
Very good. That's Stan. KM4HQE, and he is in Lebanon. Who else is east?
And 4 RTR.
Hello, West. You need to, when you come in, before you come in, just call Wes and get him in here too.
I guess that will make it because there's only 1 of 2 Wes's here, right?
That's right. No, I had something to tell him, but I'll just have to text him because I expected him to come on the net.
Roger. No, everything's good out here. My 8-year-old nephew is coming into Lebanon tomorrow. We are going to take him to his first NFL game tomorrow. We're going to basically let him watch the Seattle Seahawks mop the floor with the Titans, and that's about all I know.
Well, they played out in, I don't remember where it was. Were they out in Seattle recently or out west recently?
Oh, I wish I could tell you. I basically follow sports to the. I know nothing about sports these days. My nephew is much more up to date with everything, if that makes sense.
Oh no, I agree. I don't keep up with it anymore at all, either. But what I was going to tell you was my brother keeps up with his home team there, the Buffalo Bills, which he lived there is 50-something. How old he is? 55. Yeah, he's about 50. I don't know how old he is. He's 17 years younger than me, so that makes him about 58 or something. Anyway, he sends me this clip, this copy and paste off of a ticket sales site, and it showed all these sites you could buy tickets on, and they were 80, 90, 100, 150, all that routine. And then it showed whoever the Titans were playing against, they were $17.
Well, I can absolutely believe that, and to be honest, that's one of the reasons that I wish I had. I bought these tickets 4 months ago. I wish I had just sort of dug my heels in the ground and said, I'm going to buy the tickets 2 weeks prior to the game. Oh, man, I could have probably saved 60% on it. But it is what it is.
Yeah, well, that's the problem when you got a team that's having a bad season. It's just, well, I'll give you an example. My personal example is when I lived in Tampa, the Buccaneers had just gotten a franchise in it's either 75 or 76, somewhere in that era. And they did so poorly in their first 2 seasons because they lost 23 or 24 games in a row. And I still think they're the most losingest franchise in the history of sports, not just football. Well, there was also a soccer team. It was during the days of the NASL, the North American Soccer League, and they played in the same stadium. But the soccer league teams were getting more attendance than the Tampa Buccaneers were getting. It was like they'd get 25 or 30,000 for the soccer, and they'd get like 15,000 for the football.
Oh, I can absolutely believe it. But with that being the case, it's at the end of the day, I have to kind of scoot back and say, hey, it's my nephew.
I'm a recent move. I'm a recent transient up here, and they're going to come up here and attend his first Titan game. So I can't put a whole bunch of stigma on it. So I can't complain too much. But I don't want to take too much of the time up for the net. So with that, I guess I can just say a hearty 7-3s to everyone who is within RF shot me, and I will turn it back to net control. Thank you, Paul.
Yeah, very good. That's West, November 4, Romeo Tango Romeo. Well, I'll put it in a nutshell. Kids if they're going to his first NFL game, it's quite a production. It's got to be a big thing if he's never been in an NFL stadium where they're doing all the things they do. It is interesting. It is interesting to me anymore. But when I was a kid and I went to an NFL game, I was like, wow, that's really something. Same way I felt about going to a professional hockey game. It was the same kind of thing. Anyway, that was West, November 4, RTR, and he is in Lebanon. Who else is East or anywhere? No East or anywhere? Do I have to go back on short on time, a mobile or first time checking? All right, then we're going to have to be calling for all dilly-dallers, spuddlers, landlubbers, sandbaggers, lollygaggers, lurkers, skulkers, slackers, lackeys, toadies, lackards, repeater, chunkers, shape-shifting lizard people, moon landing deniers, moon occupied by alien deniers. Of course, there's backside of the moon is also occupied by aliens. And sometimes there's people, the moon is used as a vehicle for foreign aliens from other planets. They might be in it right now, I don't know. The flat earthers and the flat earth deniers, scanner listeners, SDR donglers, preppers, end time survivalists, and the ever favorite Bigfoot or Yeti believers. Anybody else? Well, I think that Scott checked out by sleeping or something. All right, we had 818 in there tonight. Nice net. Appreciate everybody who shows up. We're going to go right over to 144.240 on sideband. 144.24. What are we normally on there? I put down 440, but it's 144.240, isn't it? 144.240. Thanks for that correction. We'll see you there. This is K4PEW. Yep, I was right. That's what it says on my radio in the channel. 144.240. Looking for check-ins from we'll just start from the north. Please come now.
November 8, November Hotel Tango.
Yep, good big signal there from Hayes in Hendersonville. November 8, November Hotel Tango. Who else? Kayla Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey. A little low on the signal, but I can read you good. Who else is north? Is there somebody talking I can't hear? I hear voices in my head again. All right, over to the west.
KG4 LB.
Yeah, you're such a big signal compared to a couple of those way up north. So funny how big that signal is from about, well, it's a little short. It's half the distance, actually. I think you're about 13 miles and they're about 20 or something like that. Anyway, it was Jack, KG4 ILV. Who else?
KC4 TNQ.
Kilo Charlie 4 Tango, November, Quebec. Nice big signal from Charles in West Nashville. You had your antenna all rested up with those weeks off, you know that. That was Charles in West Nashville. Who else is west? South.
Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet.
Yep, big signal for Jim there out of Woodbury. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet. Who else is south? Or east? Any place, anywhere. North, south, east, or west.
KM4YRF.
Oh, I guess I didn't get around to you. That's very good. Mike, KM4YRF here in Mount Juliet. Is there somebody else north, east? Or anywhere? All righty. Well, I guess we're finished. That gave us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pretty normal number. Not everybody has sideband on 20 meters, on 2 meters. All right, then we're going to go over to 6 meters where I expect to get about 3 beep. Jack is a dropout, man. He didn't finish his GED and he's dropping out. So we're going over to 6 meters unless I hear somebody scream. All right, 6 meters it is. I'll see you there in a sec.
Why don't you have 6 meters?
I don't know. Say again.
I got a new roof, and I took my antennas off, and I got them all back up except for the 6 meter.
All righty, here we are with a very short net on 6 meters. K4PEW. Who we got out there besides me?
KM4YRF.
Well, that wraps up the net. K4, KM4YRF. Well,
WB0NLO.
man, where have you been for the last 2 nets?
Well, I think I was here last Wednesday, and I was late getting up here tonight.
So you're not going to be known as the late Mark?
Yeah, I guess.
Everything going all right for you?
Yep, everything's fine. Just got into doing stuff around here and forgot all about it.
Oh, doing what? Watching TV?
Yeah, watching the ball game.
Who's playing tonight?
Well, Tennessee is whipping up on Florida.
Oh, cool. Well, when I lived in Florida, I used to like watching the Tennessee whip up on everybody else. But Florida, that's when they had a really big team, but I don't think they're that way anymore.
Well, not this year, but we're playing in the swamp, and I think they said we have lost, 9 or 10 times in a row at the swamp.
They tell me it's pretty noisy there. Like it's made to be noisy or something. Well, anyway, that was Whiskey Bravo 0, November, Oscar, the late Mark. Who else is any place anywhere? Well, I was right. We got 3 so far. Anybody else? I do hear voices in the background, though. Or those are just voices from previous nets just still cruising around the earth. All right, we had 3. Wow, 3. What a big net that was. Whew. Okay, we're going over 223, 415. We'll see you there. K4PEW. And we're closing out the YouTube thingy here, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks for being there.